It's known as one of the loudest stadiums in sports for a reason. And it'll only get louder as the collective 12th man starts cheering for their Seahawks. Welcome to Lumen Field in Seattle. Up next, it's our main event between the Los Angeles Chargers and the Seattle Seahawks. Well, this weather is not cooperating as we're set to go. And away we go from Lumen Field. He fields it from the 8. This manages to get just beyond that 30-yard line.
Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
All right, let's get this one on the road, Brock. It is first and 10.
Here goes that. Go, lady.
They'll begin with a quick completion to the right side. He's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. It's a gain of 22. And that means a fresh set of downs for Seattle.
That's good.
One play in, Brock, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Throwing on first. Here's Darnold. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. No luck connecting with Jackson Smith and Jigba. So it's second down coming up. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Kenneth Walker gets it for the first time. They're cobbled together a yard there. That was Jamari Caldwell making the stop.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
Drive in dire straits. It's 3rd and 9.
Here goes that.
3rd and long for him here. That's complete to St. Brown outright. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. They pick up 14 yards on that one, and that gives the Seahawks the first.
You know, they call that the money down for a reason, because you're just simply not going to last long in the NFL if you don't convert a good portion of your third downs. It's the money down. And nice to see them roll the dice and continue the series.
Well, a lot of effort there, Parker, but no results. Fought through that one stop, but only managed to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Where one defender failed, and his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
Now, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Pistol snap, Darnold. An all-around tough play for him. He took a shot on the release, and it definitely affected the throw. It's incomplete.
And this is why scouts talk about a player's closing speed, Kate. You know, once he senses the pressure, he's getting rid of that ball. It takes a player who can close quickly to get to him before it's released. And that sure altered the throw.
Seahawks calling for a timeout. So they're 1st and 3. And after using an early one, 2 left for him to spend. Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on 3rd down.
Go side.
They'll air it out on third. It's in or no, they dropped another one. Picks dropped on back-to-back plays, Brock. It does force a fourth down.
Well, that's not the uniform you want to see almost bringing it in. They are so fortunate to have another shot down here after the near pick.
Jason Myers out there now to try a field goal for the Seahawks on fourth down. From the right hash, a 49-yard look. He didn't get it by much, but he did get it. Tucks it in, bottom right. And our game starts with a field goal on the opening drive.
I'm going to call that one a little tester, Kate. Kind of like a 5 to 8 foot putt. You really hope to make all of them, but you know, over the course of the season, you won't. In that case, you went right through.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35. So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. No run here with Amari on Hampton. And he's going to keep his balance long enough to get ahead for a gain of 5. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5.
That is simply a stay on schedule kind of run. Nothing more, nothing less, just right on schedule.
Gain of 5 on that 1st down. Let's see if they can repeat that performance now here on 2nd. Herbert now off the play fake. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And he'll be taken down, but not until he reaches that 45-yard line. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA 1st down.
1st and 10 on the 45-yard line.
Set. Ready. Go. Set.
Shotgun give to Hampton. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. To the ground by Nick Emanwari.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know and you may come back to. Because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of the defense.
Set.
It's Hampton on 2nd. And this drives him back at a field goal range, Brock, as he's stopped for loss of yardage. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
6 yards to go here. It's 3rd down.
Set.
Again, it's Hampton. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. As that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down, he made it look like just another day at the office. I would expect every conversion to go as smoothly. He sure made that one look routine.
Going to the ground again on 1st. And he nearly gets them into the red zone as he's down at the 22. Give him 13 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers the 1st down.
You want to drain some of the excitement, some of the noise from a home stadium? It's exactly how you do it when you go on the road. Run it right down their throat from the jump.
Set. 5-9, 5-9. Delta. Go. Ready.
1st down, and they go right back to it. We'll get about 6 on this run, and more importantly, Brock gets him into the red zone.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Okonkwo brings it in. And it's another first down on this drive. Man, this time they're into first and goal. Give him 8 on that one. And that will set up first and goal. We're a quarter of the way through on this chilly winter afternoon. Just 3-0 is our score. More from Lumen Field in just a minute. Chargers ball as we get back for the second, and they are thinking points. Motion man is the tight end. He's going left. They'll run with Hampton. And he gets into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers finish off their opening drive. And that opening series, you use this word a lot with me, Brock, methodical. No massive highlights, just effective play calling, steady progress until they cross that goal line.
Yep, and to fans and fantasy football owners, might not have been a highlight, but to the coaches, the entire drive was the highlight. A great start, I mean great start to the game where their offense stayed consistent, operated the plan just how it was drawn up, found the end zone as a result.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Here's Thornton on the return. Coverage team gets him down at the 26-yard line.
The Seahawks take over first down 10 at their own 26-yard
line. Seattle getting everybody set. They've got first and 10. Out of the gun. Here's Darnold. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
You know, the goal on a lot of these short throws is to simply let the receiver create some yards after the catch, that yak. Well, I think he was thinking about the yak before he actually secured the catch.
Still 10 to go. Second down now from the 26. Hand off to Walker from the gun. His foray up the middle. That's about 3. Travis Jones, the man in on that tackle.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays. The ones that amount to really very little statistically and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Third down, they need 7. They'll throw, 3rd and long. Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete.
We see this all the time. The number one thing you see NFL defenses do to try to force that 4th down, it's down coverage. Put your cover guys on the field. Let the boys up front cut it loose with pressure. Let the cover guys go shut it down.
The offense is not coming off this field. They're trying it on 4th and 7. They'll try to throw. It's Darnold. That one is caught. Bolton has it. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. They come through massive gain there on 4th down. Give them 24 yards. And most importantly, that first down.
First and 10 at the 47-yard line.
Out of the shotgun, they'll give it to him inside. And he'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. 2 on the pickup there, and it's going to be 2nd and 8.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play that just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer, find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
Has him on the quick hitter. Gain only about 2 before he heads out. That means they're going to face 3rd down.
That's a defense's goal, right, Kate? Just get us to 3rd down so we can have a chance to get off the field. And that was a good adjustment on that stop in particular. When the back ended up being the target, and they were able to keep him short of the sticks.
Throwing is Darnold on third down. This one's in range, but it gets knocked away. Couldn't connect, and that brings up fourth down.
You know, it's one thing to tell a quarterback not to telegraph a pass. It's quite another to fundamentally do the right things. You got to use your eyes to move defenders in this league, especially on your primary target.
Six yards to the line. The offense is going to go for this.
Here we go, set.
Fourth down, pass coming. Complete to St. Brown. And he'll get this down at the 33-yard line. That's a gain of 10, and staring at that turnover on downs. Instead, they pick up the first.
Okay, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s. Versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
That is a DB's best friend, pressure. That pressure earned that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target and hit him to alter that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And again, it's Darnold. Into the hands of his running back, Walker. And they'll stand him up and sit him down at the line.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Third down, Chargers have 6 DBs out there. Throw here, third down. Connects on the crosser. He's got his guys into the red zone before someone can force him out. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
So a new set of downs. Here we go, 1st and 10. From the red zone on first. Batted away at the line, incomplete. Didn't put it high enough to get it over that line. 2nd down coming up.
Fairly safe to say as that one falls incomplete this first half so far, it's not met the standard they set for themselves.
2nd down, still 10 to go after that incomplete pass. From the gun, Darnold. Caught just shy of the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks take a 2nd quarter lead. Amon-Ra St. Brown, the touchdown. So, Brock, good work there to finish off the drive in the end zone as we take the lead.
You just get this feeling every once in a while in games, this sucker's going to be a back-and-forth football game. So what a great job offensively to jump out in front here in the first half of play.
That one right down the middle. And the Seahawks push their lead to 3. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that one bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. One of the tight ends motioning left. Here's Hampton to open the drive. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
Absolutely no fear in his game. Even one of the smaller defenders out there, he isn't afraid to go charging into all those linemen and dish out some physical play himself to make that stop.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is 2nd and 10. Back to Hampton. He gets forward. That's about 4 yards. Devin Witherspoon there on the stop.
He's brought down at the 39-yard line. It's a gain of 4. Brings up 3rd and 6.
So 3rd and 6 on deck, Bronk, as we've reached our 2-minute warning. More from Lumen Fields coming right up. Third and 6 for them to figure out now. To the air on 3rd and long. Oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. 3rd down from this distance, Brock. That is a spot you expect your offense to convert, but you also expect your defense to make the stop. This time, the defense won out with a nice interception.
Yeah, in that scenario, it's really like an outfielder in baseball, Kate, right? If you're going to go for it, as a defender, if you're going to just pull the trigger and you're going to go for it, you better make it happen, and you better get that pick. Otherwise, you're giving up a first down conversion. He gets the pick, and those defensive coaches and that defense celebrating on the sidelines.
And they're going to bring him down at the 36. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a first down.
Do you feel sometimes, Kate, up here in the booth when we get to see things develop, we're playing the same guessing game the defenses are on those kind of plays? Is he planning on keeping it or just waiting for a throw to develop and get open? That time the QB did a terrific job of finding that outlet.
Finds him on the crossing route. Has some room to work. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks grow their lead just before halftime. So, Brock, this offense looking sharp here in the first half as they extend their lead.
You know, when things are going well, sometimes you really just get into a groove. And this is a unit that's putting the pieces together.
17. Chargers 7.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And this is going to bounce out of the end zone, so they will set up shop at the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Hampton. And they blow up the opening play of this drive. Love the aggressiveness from this defense. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know. What do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Really pushing the envelope on 2nd down, but the deep shot doesn't work.
The lack of points and the lack of yards have just gone hand in hand here in the first half, and they both really trace back to the same root cause, an inability to consistently find and exploit any opening in what's been a very sound defensive game plan.
So after that prior incompletion, it's 3rd down.
Go.
3rd and long, they're going to throw. He's trying to go deep again. It's grabbed inside the 30. To the house, touchdown LA. The Chargers make it a one-score game before halftime. Ladd McConkey with a touchdown. Dicker tacks on the extra point. And the Chargers cut it to a field goal game. just a three-point game now. Here's Thornton on the return. They'll bottle him up just as he gets it to the 30.
The Seahawks take over first and 10 at their own 30-yard line.
Just over 30 seconds left in the half as they come to the line.
Here we go, set.
First and 10, Darnold. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete. It was there, he just couldn't corral it. And now it's second down.
I'm not sure if he was hearing footsteps or just had a surprise break in concentration. So unusual to see one dropped unless there's a hit involved.
Following the incomplete pass, second and 10 now from the 30. Now Darnold. This is brought in. Big gain for Smith-Njigba. And they've got to him just a step or two before he can reach the 40 as he's sent out. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
First down from the 42. Darnold now to throw. And that one is incomplete, and the clock stops with 18 seconds to go.
Pretty easy to see here. He just simply takes off before he gets full possession, and that is a drop. It's kind of like when a receiver gets a handoff. You got to secure the ball first before you can make anything else happen.
After the incomplete pass, here comes second and 10. Throwing it again here. Oh, he put some heat on this deep ball left side. Incomplete pass, and we're down to 12 seconds remaining. Intended target, Dante Thornton Jr. So they're left facing third and long.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket, genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
No connection on the last play, and now it's third down.
Red 80. Go side.
Here he goes, third and long. Brought in along the sideline, just need an official ruling, and they say catch. Great play. Now a timeout taken by the offense, and we're going to see if they try for two plays here or just try the field goal right now.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
All right, they look set now. Here we go, first and 10.
Here we go, set.
Darnold looking to throw. Completes it again to Smith-Njigba. And they get this all the way down to the 16-yard line. Offense letting the clock reach 3 seconds as they take the timeouts. And they can try a field goal now before halftime.
For the Seahawks field goal.
All right, they're going to call a timeout. 3 seconds left. That means one last play in this half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. It's a 33-yard look from the right hash. Myers' kick is good. And that'll double their lead to 6. So we're through 2 quarters now. Still a half of football to be played. We'll be back with more of the NFL on EA Sports. On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Running it with Hampton. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Stopped right at the line, but might as well have been a loss of yards as far as the offense is concerned. It's always humbling when you try force versus force, and the defense wins out.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Herbert now off the play fake. It isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
That is not the way they needed to come out of the locker room here to begin the second half. Trailing, you got to play with a sense of urgency. You got to protect your quarterback. And they didn't either.
Offense looking to convert as they come up to the line. 3rd down. 3rd and long for him here. Chased out to his right. Skips it short of his man. That brings up 4th down.
I'm not going to be surprised at all, Kate, if we see more of this. Just trying to find some answer. Extend plays, be creative, try different things. Because nothing really consistently has gone well for him today.
And he drives this into the pouring rain. Begins his return at the 16. And he gets his offense in better field position here to start. It's out close to the 30. Offense into the shotgun set as they line this up. 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they'll give it to him inside. And he's able to stay on his feet through that run, at least until the tackle stops him. He picked up close to 4. 1st down play, nets him 5. It's going to be 2nd and 5.
You know, Kate, that might be a little bit of a disappointing run to him. He wanted more. They always do. That's exactly what they were after offensively to get this drive moving.
This is Walker on 2nd. And that one doesn't get him much. Give him maybe a yard. It's 3rd down.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. A gain of a yard on the play. Brings up 3rd and 4.
Blitz coming. Darnold. Oh, try forcing it to the slant. It's intercepted. And the Chargers are going to have it. And he's going to hang on to that football. That's his first career interception.
At the 38-yard line.
Now an inside give to Hampton. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that 1st down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on 2nd.
Last run only gained a yard. That means it's 2nd and 9. They'll go left side with Hampton. And he's unable to get away from that tackle. Good work by the defense. Nothing gained on 2nd down.
It's a gain of a yard. And it's 3rd down.
Third down here, need 8 on the play.
Set. 80. 21. Set.
They'll air it out on third. And there's a man there. It's intercepted. Reek Woolen with the INT. And the Seahawks will take over as he picks off his 10th pass of the season. Well, no doubt there was some doom and gloom on the sideline following their interception, right? But a little bit of new life now as their defense picks him up, gets it right back for him.
Hey, I am all for a nice little game of one-upmanship between these two defenses. You pick on a guy out, fine. We'll answer right away. See how you follow that up.
And they're going to have it all the way down to the 25.
You know, Kit, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you totally flip the field and the tone of this drive.
And he manages to find a little traction on that search field as he fights forward for a couple. He gets a couple on first, and they'll come up 2nd and 8.
At the 25-yard line.
Out of the gun, here's Darnold. Nothing doing there as the 2nd down pass falls incomplete. Intended target there was Jackson Smith-Njigba. So now it's going to be 3rd and long.
That just goes to show you can't take any completion for granted, even on some of the shortest passes in the game plan.
Go set.
They'll throw, 3rd and long. He's got Smith-Njigba for the catch. And it is well clear of that marker. That effort's going to set them up with a 1st and goal.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
1st and goal at the 7-yard line.
They go heavy on this 1st and goal. 3 tight ends in the formation.
We go set. Set.
From the red zone now. This one's caught. And that play is brought to a halt, so they're going to say at the 5-yard line.
There's no question, Kate, the big play is down the seam over big tight ends, a fan favorite, but it's those type of catches right there. The short yardage, it gets good coverage, contested catches that really make tight ends a locker room favorite.
They give up the gut to Walker. And the defense wins this rep. That's stopped at the line, and now they've got 3rd and goal.
That result right there probably takes the run out of the picture on 3rd and goal. But maybe it doesn't. Maybe this offense is looking at this in 4-down territory. This is where the fascinating mind games go.
Defense bringing in a 5th DB, 3rd and goal.
Go set.
Here's Darnold to throw. Near the goal line. That's a Seattle touchdown. The Seahawks pick it up and get points on the ensuing drive. No hesitation on that throw. He got the guy he wanted right away, and he got it to him for the touchdown.
You know, it's great, Kate, to draw plays and have all sorts of different options, but it's even better when you don't have to get to your second read. His first broke open just like they planned, and that's 6 in the end.
For the 2-point conversion.
All right, they're going to throw for it. And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
26. Chargers 14.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And no return as this bounces through the end zone for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10. play fake. It's Herbert. Hits his running back. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
Ball just a yard shy of midfield. 1st and 10.
Set.
Hampton gets the handoff. And he stops, so that's going to take us to the end of the 3rd. So we're through 3 here. The Chargers have the ball, and they're going to need to score. They come in trailing. We've set it down from 37. Play action now for Herbert. Flushed out of the pocket. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And they're going to be forced to regroup a bit ahead of 2nd down.
And right there's the danger, Kate. When you put the ball in the air, how many times do we see these coordinators, when you get a nice run, right, you gain some steam on the ground, you stick with the ground game. They don't. They call the pass, and the defense reacts, and reacts well with the sack.
Hampton now up the middle. Not much space available there. Maybe 2. That brings up 3rd down. And now we'll get a pause here. Trainer's headed out to take a look at an injured player. Let's hope it isn't anything that's going to keep him from finishing this season strong. Wonder what's in the playbook here as they come up on 3rd and 11.
Set. 180. Ready.
Throw here, 3rd down. With the INT. And the Seahawks take over on his 11th interception of the campaign. Well, that should pretty much shut down throwing his way anymore, Brock. This guy has ended each of their last 2 drives by himself with an interception.
And that's kind of the price you pay when you're playing phenomenal ball as a defender. I can remember Aaron Rodgers, primetime game, said, I'm not even throwing once, and didn't attack Richard Sherman 1 time that game.
This drive's quickly headed in the wrong direction. First play set down behind the line. With each carry he gets, Brock, I'm starting to wonder, is this going to be the last touch that he gets in this game? Because it hasn't been a great performance for him.
No, individually, collectively, and you can look up front, right? They've just not been winning the battle enough push, enough drive to get this running game going.
Has him on the quick hitter. And they're not going to bring him down until he reaches, looks like, the 28. Play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I know the Combine tries to test everything it possibly can physically, but I don't know how you test courage at the Combine, because there's nobody defending you. Nobody wants to hit you. But that was the epitome of courage to make that in cut and make the catch.
They're going to have this up at the 44-yard line as they haul him down. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got 1st down.
That's just not the guy defensively you ever want the open field. Frankly, with the amount of space he had at one point, they're lucky to have limited to the gain they did.
They'll run here on 1st down. This is tough running in this weather out there, but he keeps the feet moving, gains 3. Solid 4-yard gain there, and now they've got 2nd and 6 coming up.
He'll expect more from himself on those type of plays, but there is nobody that's going to complain about that one. If you can do math, 4 plus 4 plus 4 equals a 1st down.
They'll come up after that 4-yard gain. It's 2nd and 6. Now an inside give to Walker. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Give him 2 on the run. That's going to set him up with 3rd and 4.
They got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
On 3rd down, Walker. And ooh, this one does not have a chance. They were ready for that one, and the effort brings up 4th down.
A gain of only a yard. It's 4th down.
The lead looks safe, but the pedals staying down. They're going for this. Quick throw, finds him out right. And they're on him to send him out right before he gets to that 30-yard line. They hit for 16 yards on 4th down, and a drive a lot of us thought had stalled out is going to carry on.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
First and 10 from the 32. Now Walker. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on 1st down.
Kid, I'll never forget walking into the Hall of Famer Dwight Freeney's meeting room with those defensive linemen. The late great John Tierlink, his coach, he had a little sign up in his office, and it was sacks, and that money sign was the S, because ends and D linemen make their money with sacks. But you win games when they stop the run like that for a tackle for loss.
And he's going to be stopped, but not before he gets him all the way down to that 15-yard line. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
Okay, that's a type of run that shines the light well on him as a runner, of course, but you got to give a lot of credit to everybody else. Those skill guys, when you have an outside run, they got to do their job. Not just the big boys up front, not just the running backs. That takes everyone on the perimeter blocking to get a big run like that.
Coming to the line for another 1st and 10. Running with Walker again. And it's another 1st down on this drive. Man, this time they're into 1st and goal.
Danger, Kent. Danger, I say. You get this guy in the open field, and he is dangerous to take it to the house.
At the 4-yard line.
Walker crosses the goal line. Touchdown, Seattle. The Seahawks make it a 3-score game in the 4th. Kenneth Walker, the touchdown. Myers to add the PAT. A good play in the rain there. The extra point flies through. And the Seahawks go up by 19.
Chargers 14. Michael Dixon, the kickoff for Seattle.
On now is Dixon to kick this one away. And that kickoff is into and then out of the end zone. So we got a touchback. This drive will start at the 35.
35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position. Not deterred by that pick. He's throwing again. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Ball and defender arrived at the exact same time there. And now they face 2nd down. So they opt for the shorter pass later in the progression on that play, Brock, but man, the defense took that away too.
Well, what they tell us yesterday in those production meetings, nothing comes easy. No easy completions from shots down the field to those checkdowns to the running back. Wanted to make this offense earn everything. They just did.
And he's going to just get this across midfield before he's taken out of bounds. It's 16 yards on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a 1st down.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him in a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after it.
Throwing on 1st is Herbert. Trying to push deep downfield. And they pick him off again! Benjamin St. Juice picks it off. And the Seahawks get it back on his 6th interception of the season.
I hear a lot of defensive coordinators say you've got to earn the right to to rush the passer by doing work on the early downs. You know what this is, Kate? They've earned the right to be aggressive defensively with the work they did through 3 quarters, and this defense is cutting it loose.
First play of the drive. Here's Walker. He'll stay upright through this rain, but not through that hit as he's tackled after about a 1-yard gain. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they still have 2 available for them as we approach the end of this game. Second down, Walker's going to get it again. And this will only complicate matters for third down, partner. They're sent backwards. LA uses a timeout here. It's second. And they'll have just 1 left to burn now. Digging deep in the playbook here, and this is 3rd and 11. Staying with Walker. Well, not a chance at all as he is met at the line on this one. That's going to be 4th and very long. The Chargers call a timeout. That's their last one. That's all they had, so the offense free to start running the clock down now. The lead looks safe, but the Penals staying down. They're going for this. Now Darnold, 4th down. And he had it for a second, but unable to hang on. And the possession literally slipped through their fingers as they turn it over on downs.
Even the best receivers, they've got occasional breaks in concentration. You just never want to see it happen. One of the most important snaps of the game. If we know anything about this guy, though, it's he'll be up for the challenge the next time the ball comes his way.
1st and 10 from the 43. Back to work after throwing the pick. Connecting on the slant. Quick rally to the catch by the defense, stopping the gain at the 33.
A gain of 10 yards. And the Chargers first down. First and 10.
First and 10. Here's Herbert. Escapes trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop it. It's 3 sacks for the game so far. Brings up 2nd down.
It's 2nd down.
Draw play here. Hampton. Nothing doing on the draw, Brock. That's going to send him backwards ahead of 3rd down. So several thousand 12th men and women cheering as the Seahawks win at home. And we know how rain can wreak havoc at any moment on a football field.